Aloha! State of Mind Podcast. And I believe we are live. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yep, we're live.
Nice. Good morning. Good morning.
Wait, I think we got a guest coming up right now. It's the Lost State of Mind podcast. Myself, Mark Easy.
And DJ Free.
Yes, every Tuesday night we're doing our thing right here for you guys. Getting to know people from Hawaii, whether they're still in the islands or maybe in the mainland, maybe in other countries, doing big things and just trying to strive to be better and getting that Aloha state of mind spread across the planet. So we got an interesting guest tonight. But before we get into that, you got anything new popping up with you, Mr. Free?
No, man. Like we got a whole bunch of things coming up. I'm gonna be in Hawaii at the end of the month. That like Jax is. Oh, sorry, Jax. Jax is getting married, and there's Aloha, all this kind of stuff. Well, I guess like amazing Hawaii or whatever. But we'll see. Yeah. So what about you, man? What's going on with you?
Same old, just getting the grind on. We got the podcast, we got the Free and Easy Lifestyle website with all your designs, my designs, all our concepts. DJDaytrader.com, still doing the day trading thing. Man, just grinding that out, trying to get that financial freedom up there, and just my regular gigs and family, man. That's pretty much my life, man.
Right?
In a nutshell, you know what it is.
Right, the grind and the hustle. That's every day.
Yep. And speaking of hustle, our guest tonight is one of the biggest hustlers I've ever met, and not in a bad way, but actually from the big island. And he's doing his thing, getting stuff done, or getting ish done, I should say, or I could say shit, I guess.
Right.
On the podcast.
This is not a cute show, right?
But I'd like to introduce our special guest tonight from the Big Island. Because it's hard. Like, I lived in the Big Island, and it's hard to make a living. To me, like, I don't know, but the economy is rough out there. And to do what he's doing out there, I give him major props for doing this thing. We'd like to welcome to the Aloha State of Mind podcast, Mr. Mariner Revell.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Besides this podcast, we need to hang out more often, guys. When was the last time I saw you? It was at Mark's wedding. Was it 3-4 years ago?
Yeah. 5.
5? Oh,
Coming on 5. 4.5.
4.5? Yeah, it was a long time ago, man. But yeah, it's good to see you guys, regardless online, we see our Merry Christmases and all of that stuff, but
most definitely. Yeah. You
Well,
should have an easier time with Free because you're always in Vegas. Every time I see you, like, where are you? Vegas again? Like every other week you're in Vegas.
Nah, I was there last week.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly. Were you really?
Yeah, just got back on Saturday.
Well, the thing is, I say it like that, but I was down in San Diego with Mark while you were here, so I can't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Call me up, but let's go eat. Yeah. So
actually, what convention were you there for? A convention or something?
Tobacco convention.
Oh, gotcha.
A couple of things with some business partners and some stuff. So
yeah, you always got something brewing. You always got something in your back pocket, man.
You know that, man. Making shit happen. It's been my motto for 20 years, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Better than that, for 20, but it's I've been making shit happen since I was 5. So. Because I can't work for anybody else.
I know the feeling.
Hours. We got to do our own thing and be flexible. But I mean, if I'm going to be a slave, it's going to be to my business.
Right.
So, yeah.
Most definitely. Well, first of all, before we get into all the beeswax and the business, with the Lost State of Mind podcast, we always like to get an insight into the person you are, and we first do that is by just explaining to our listeners like exactly where you grew up and how you grew up, because that tells you a lot about a person. So we usually try and give a brief history of yourself, like what area you grew up and how was your childhood till like maybe high schoolish. How was your life back then, and how you became the person you became to be? Just real quick in a nutshell.
Wow. Okay, I don't know if it's a fireworks story, but
Before you start, Mark, are we actually on YouTube right now?
Yeah, we should be. Are we not on?
I don't know. I haven't. I normally have the feed because I have my subscription because I like subscribe and all that, but I don't see a live feed on YouTube.
Okay, well,
Okay,
let me
so
double check. But
make sure.
my everything points to live on my end. But let's double check that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. You could be right, but we could. This could go back on the recording as well. But it
Okay.
says live stream. I see a green light on my end, but I don't know. You don't see anything on your end?
Nope.
We go through this. We go through this every week. We go through this every week.
I
There's
see, I
all
see
that's
a red
that's.
light saying Mark is using a device that could record or broadcast this.
Oh, yeah, I am. But
Okay,
let's
well, I just
see.
want to make sure because I'm not getting on mine, but if you
Well, it
say
should.
we're up, we're up. Okay, go.
Better get your money back this month. Tell me when you're 1 month free.
I
Right?
know for real though. I'm double checking right now as we speak. You guys can chat a little while I check the feed nizzles. It
Well,
says we're live, but I don't know where this streaming.
well, I cut him off just before we started, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Mariner get down with his history and how he grew up in the islands and all that. So go ahead, Mariner, take it over, bro.
All right, brother. Well, born here in Hilo, born and raised, and grew up. I wasn't a deprived child, but I wasn't a spoiled child either. But I can't complain. I had a good life. But as a kid, my pastime was playing video games, and as you guys know, the place to be on the weekends was Fun Factory, right? Whether it's here in Hilo, if it was in IAEA or wherever you are, Fun Factory was a spot for us, right? So when I was 5 years old, I'd be driving around the neighborhood on my bike, and my stepbrother, at the time, was through marriage with my dad's girlfriend's son, who's 3 years older than me, was thinking about ways how to make money because I'd get, I don't know, $5 a week or whatever it was. I think I moved up from $1 to five, and $5 back then could get you, depending on what you played at Fun Factory, an hour, half hour could be way too much money at Fun Factory when I was a kid. But the big hustle was making that money, and what could I do to make that money? So when I was 5 years old, I remember rolling around the neighborhood on my bike, and I was like, hey, told my brother Nelson, I said, hey, we're gonna kill bugs for people. So I said, we're gonna knock
Bugs.
on doors, yeah, kill bugs. I don't know. We're watching some movie, and bugs, and I was like, let's kill bugs. And so what I did was, even at a young age, 5 years old, uh, you know, I thought as a business person where you work smarter, not harder, like Scrooge McDuck always says on DuckTales, right?
Dude, that's
So
a
I
boy,
would have
bro.
Nelson go over there, we'll go to the house, have Nelson go over there, knock on the door, and ask them if they needed any bugs killed. Uh, and of course, nobody took us up on that offer. I had a little plastic briefcase, and I put "kill your bugs" on it. I wrote "kill your bugs" on it. I had like drawings of bugs, and no takers, no takers. Surprisingly.
Nothing.
So we went back to the drawing board, and I thought, you know what? How about we wash cars? And that worked. We didn't get a lot of people wanting to wash cars, but when you see a kid looking around, hey, this kid is hustling at 5 years old,
Yeah.
and my stepbrother was like 7, 8 or 9, maybe he's 3 years older than me. People will say yes. You knock on enough doors, people are going to say yes. So we made some extra money that way, and that was my first um, introduction to making my own money and hustling. And ever since then, I never look back. And I grew up here. Um, when I was 18 years old, actually 17 years old. Well, let's go back to my first real job. My first real job was washing dishes at 15. Day I got my license, my dad said, hey, you're paying for car insurance. You can drive my car, but you're paying for the car insurance, so you need a job. So my first job was washing dishes at Ken's Pancake House in Hilo.
Oh
And
wow.
Oh.
my second job was in high school pumping gas at a gas station where actually one of my stores are right next to now today, like next to like same parking lot.
Mm.
And when I was 17, I got into selling vacuums door to door. So this company sold air storm vacuum cleaners. They're like $2,000 vacuum cleaners. It was crazy. And I sold a shitload of them. Money. And yeah, I quit the gas station. And my mom was like, don't quit the gas station. You need a regular job. So I did what my uncle did to my grandmother back in the day when he was selling cars. And I said, hey, mom, show me your paycheck. My mom was a dispatcher at the police station. And I showed her my first paycheck from selling vacuums was $5,000 and some change.
Holy crap!
And
And how old
for
are you?
a 17-year-old kid, this is 1995. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. And when I got hired for that job, they thought I was 18, and I was 17. I was still in high school. So I started at a young age, making money, and I never looked back since then. And from vacuum cleaners, I went to I went to cars. I was selling cars. Um, on the car lot, you're working 10, 12-hour days and 5 to 7 days a week, man. You're a slave to the owners of the car dealership. You can make decent money at the car dealership, don't get me wrong, but if I'm going to be a slave to somebody, it's going to be my own. So after the car dealership thing, I went from sales to management to selling warranties and all kind of stuff to I had a friend. His name's Ryan Cavalo. He's a good friend of mine. He used to work with me at my first car dealer job, and he called me up one day because he knew I was a pro wrestling fan. And he goes, "Hey, um, you want to referee this match? We got this match, several matches for American Lung Association." I was like, "Sure, it's not paying anything, but it's fun." Greg the Hammer Valentine was there,
Oh,
Don,
nice.
all of them guys, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Mark was actually the DJ, did the sound for this thing. Taken.
Did you really, Mark?
I forget, but
It's,
probably though. I remember a
it's a
couple
long
times.
ass time ago, man. It's
Yeah, a long time
almost
ago.
20 years ago. So, while I was there, it's funny. I'm a strong believer in the law of attraction. You guys know what that is. If anybody watching doesn't know what the law of attraction is, go watch The Secret. It's called The Secret. Things happen for you. And that's a whole nother show. We can go into the law. I'm going to get into that. But uh, how it worked was when I was there doing the wrestling show, there's this one part where wrestling matches are set up. Apparently, I get knocked out by this wrestler, and I'm the referee, so I'm on the ground acting like I'm knocked out. What he didn't tell me was he was going to jump on my head from the top turnbuckle. I
Oh,
wasn't
geez.
prepared for that. So I was lying down on the ring, acting like I'm knocked out, and this 300-pound leg goes across my face. I was kind of shocked. I didn't know what happened. My face was numb, and they pulled me out of the ring, and I limped back to the dressing room. And the guy who did it, his name was Fia. He's a good friend of mine, and he was impressed that I took this what they call bumps in the business.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, "Holy shit, man!" And he just took that. I was like, "Well, I wasn't expecting it. My eyes were closed." And we became good friends. And he said, "Hey, I got this wrestling show I'm putting on in a few months. You mind if you help me?" I'm like, "Sure, man. I love this shit." And we did that show, and then after the show, we had an after party. And actually, I think at that show, I'm positive that Mark got sound on that one because every time a few would get him to do it for free, I think, or very cheap. But they were the guys back in the day. They're doing stuff. They're from Oahu and doing little nightclub stuff here, and sound and DJing and stuff. And they were the guys. So we did some after party. It was at a place called Fiascos, and
Oh man.
we did several of those, and the after parties led to doing more parties. We did one at Shooters, which my friend was one of my best friends was a bouncer there, and he was like, "Hey," tells me, the owner really liked that after party you did here. So can you do more stuff? So we did one or two more there, and then the owner comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I'll give you a night." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I'll give you Thursday nights." So, all right, I never did anything before, but okay, give me a night. It's a regular night. Said it's going to be a college night. It's 18 and over. You keep the door. Well, okay. So we did that. It blew up. And he said, hey, I'll give you Saturday night. So he gets
Wow.
Saturday. Okay. A little while later, he comes back. He goes, you know what? I want you to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I did that for years. And the from the nightclub stuff, I got out of the car business. I got full time nightclub stuff. We did concerts. The first concert I did was Naughty by Nature, just right out of the back. Never did a concert before. I'm gonna do Naughty by Nature. That was a mistake because
Hi, there. I mean, they're
I lost
huge.
30 grand on that show. My ass still hurts from that show. And but it was a learning experience, and from all these life experiences, I did a concert. I did Girls Gone Wild, which everybody went nuts. I did Girls Gone Wild over here. I was on the front page, and people were all pissed off. And like, it's it's entertainment, people. There's no nudity going on in the liquor license establishment. But it led on to other things, and eventually, I went from the nightclub business. I went got my real estate license for a little while, and I wanted to move to Vegas, and I wanted to do stuff in Vegas. So I had an opportunity to be a manager at a club at the Rio. I forget the name of the club. It's still there, but nobody goes there anyway. So I didn't get the job, and I was like, how the law of attraction work, things happen for a reason. So I didn't get the job. I went back into the nightclub stuff in Hilo, and I started doing reggae concerts and this and that, and I started selling pipes at our reggae concerts. And I created a brand called Irie Hawaii, and I had a friend of mine that helped me with the design, and eventually that led to opening our first store. And me and my friend parted ways, had differences, and I kept on opening stores and never looked back. So now we have 6 stores, and I have a beef jerky store with my wife, and do other things. We do real estate, we do all kind of things. Working on a burger place. Um, it's a concept from Las Vegas called Cali Burger. It's going to be hopefully within the next 6 months. We'll have one up and running here in Hilo. But we're always working, man. That's my life in a nutshell. For anything
So
that's
you actually have
out there.
six smoke shops and a beef jerky shop.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. I
yeah.
thought you only had that one smoke shop. But
No, no. We got 6.
well, it is a big island, so you know there's a there's a lot of market out there,
Everything's spread out. Everything's spread out.
right?
And I do my business. I have never been in almost all of my competitors' stores. All the competitors that I have now, as far as in our business, all started after me, and they modeled their business kind of after how I modeled mine.
Mm.
I don't step into their store. I don't care what they're doing. I'm aware of where they're at, but I don't pay attention to competitors. As far as I don't need to know what they're doing
Mm.
or what they're selling or what they have, or they come into my shop all the time.
Right.
What sets me apart from my competitors is I offer better service. I might not have the better price. I'll have the better product, and I'll have the better service.
Well, you
So
go to a lot of conventions in the mainland with new product conventions and all that, and so
yeah,
you're like the forefront for the business model for in your on your island.
yeah,
So
constantly.
they're not going to teach you anything you don't know, but you will
Well,
definitely teach them.
you're always learning, and uh, that's a huge part of business is just being one step ahead of everybody else. So that's where I'm at now.
Right, right. You definitely do your research. I know you love that research in Vegas.
Oh yeah, what better place
So
to
good.
research at? It's just I've been to trade shows all across the country, and Vegas is the easiest to get to. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Just have
And
it's
that that long line of wheelchairs with trips to Vegas. You have like 20 wheelchairs on every flight, but
yeah.
It's okay. Besides waiting for the wheelchairs to get on, it's pretty good.
Well, Hawaii got degenerate gamblers, right? So you just gotta wait, bro. Everybody got their monthly retirement checks.
Oh, dude, you see the wheelchairs over there. They're on their. I mean, there's people. I've been on maybe 3 or 4 flights where somebody actually passed away. I mean, these are older people, and you see these people coming on the plane with their oxygen bottle, and they're on their last leg, but that's how they want to go. And
Right?
Damn.
hey, props to them, man. It's kind of creepy when you're on the plane when you hear, "Is there a doctor on board? Is there a doctor?" You're like, "Oh shit, somebody's."
Go again.
Yeah, and then you see when you're rolling out of the plane, you see somebody with the sheet. You're like, "Oh, there." Yeah, it's over. But yeah, there's been like 3 or 4 times I've been on a plane and they just went how they wanted to go. But good for
Right.
them. They went how they wanted to.
I mean, you
That's the
figure,
main thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like you live your whole life. If all you want to do is gamble every once a month, might as well. I don't know why they don't just move to Vegas. It's cheaper, but I guess Hawaii's home, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just get dried up in Vegas, man. When I go to Vegas, I feel like a raisin, man. I'm just peeling and drying and scaling. Oh Lord,
Lizard skin, lizard
getting
skin.
shocked all over the place.
Oh
right,
yeah, for
dude, my
Yeah.
sure.
feet get all ashy. Like my
You got
feet,
ass feet? Oh
bro, I
man.
get ashy feet in Vegas, dude. It looks like I'm wearing white socks. It's that bad. So,
You got to go to the foot spa.
yeah, I gotta go get like feet eaten by the little fishes.
Yeah, yeah. Go to the foot spa, man. They'll hook you up.
Right, $20. You just sit there. But the thing is, I'm so ticklish in my feet that I think I'll kick the chick's like teeth out, dude, and I feel so bad.
Yeah.
But
The foot spa will take care of you, and
Yeah,
they'll also work on your toes,
yeah.
oh
So hook it up, man.
yeah, have
your
you seen
bow
my
toes.
They'll crack your back, everything.
bro, all hammers, bro. But
But anyway, speaking of your shops, I see like a lot of times you having a lot of controversy. And what's that all about? I see you like posting stuff. Is that with the county or something or
No,
whatnot? I'm just kind of interested in it. I know you little rant and rave here and there,
in
so
my type,
I just wanted to get some insight on it.
in my type of business, where smoking nowadays is considered evil, I guess. Back in the day, everybody smoked, and now it's frowned upon um, as a business, as a freedom. Is I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't even drink. But I respect those who want to smoke. I respect those who want to drink. It's your right to do whatever you want to do. I respect those who eat terrible fried food and sugar and fat and cholesterol and all that. You're gonna do what you want to do. Um, but it's a constant battle. Every year we have these these politicians in Hawaii that come up, like I think this year is like 17 bills, like banning. They want to raise the smoking age to 100. So basically banning smoking. They
you,
want to uh, make it so you can't buy flavored vape. And the sad part is a lot of these bills are written by people who are uh, not so much the tobacco side, but as far as the vape side, CBD, kratom, natural remedies, and stuff like that. They're written by this one lady who's owned by big pharmaceutical companies.
of course,
Yeah, but nobody, the news doesn't mention that because who owns media? Big
right?
pharmaceutical companies. They pay ads for radio, TV, print, movies, everything. So there's not a whole lot of positive coverage on the e-cig, and I get it. E-cigs they're not vegetables. They're not they're not vitamins. They're adult devices that are for adults. But who are you to say no? Oh, you can't have this anymore?
Mm-hmm.
It's politicians, and it's not only e-cigs. It's anything. They banned fireworks on Oahu how many years ago? Aerials, right?
Yeah.
Working? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm a fireworks fan. Sorry. but fireworks ban doesn't work. Whenever you take something away from someone, all you're gonna do is make the underground, make the illegal money. You're gonna make them more money. You prohibit somebody, prohibition, alcohol. Did that work? No, it didn't. And they put out all this bullshit about, well, kids like flavors. Last time I checked, adults like flavors too, because there's just as many adult flavored beverages as there is vape flavors. So for somebody to say, well, the kids are using it, that's a parenting problem. You know, uh, I don't want kids to use these kind of things, and we have a policy at our stores where if you're not 21, you can't even come in our stores. I just spent $25,000 on computer equipment that scan their IDs and tell you if the ID is fake or not. And we're doing our part, but you got the owners of these politicians out there trying to keep their money good too. So it's
Right.
it's tough. It's tough, especially living in a liberal state. I mean, Mark knows of living out there in California and stuff. I mean, the taxes over there are horrendous. I heard there's I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong. I heard they're gonna make a breathing tax, an air tax or something like. They're gonna add it to your I don't know what it was, but I heard there's somebody submitted a bill for a clean air tax. Like, it's
Right.
crazy. It's crazy, man.
If you're breathing, that means that you're exhaust. Yeah, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Damn.
but in Hawaii, especially the Big Island, well, in Hawaii in general, we all know that the politicians are in somebody else's back pocket. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't want to, but at the same time, if we don't call them out on how bad they're doing things and how they're affecting the lives of people and the freedoms of people in Hawaii, then
Mm-hmm.
nobody else can do it. So I believe in your cause, and only because, and it's not because we're friends or anything. It's because like you said, you take away rights from people that it's a right to free speech. It's a right. It's not illegal. Tobacco's not illegal. Vaping's not illegal. All that stuff, but they want to make it so that you got to be 100 years old to have a cigarette. I mean, that's their loophole to
Yeah.
make it so. Oh no, we're not saying it's illegal. You just
Right.
got to be 100 years old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's just I get it. Tobacco is not a good thing for you. Tobacco causes cancer. My dad died from cancer, lung cancer. Both my dad's parents died of lung cancer, and his brother did. If I smoked, I have that gene in me. I'll probably get lung cancer. But they died. They did what they wanted to do, and I don't knock that on everybody. By all means, I don't want to go out there and push people. Hey, here's a bag of tobacco. Throw it in your face. It's not about that. I have a business that caters to adults, and some people, it's I think it's the liberal way of life, like where they don't want people to succeed. That's really how it seems like. Is like they don't want small businesses to succeed. They impose all these crazy laws and uh, forced insurance coverages and all kind of stuff, and it's like and when something goes wrong, kind of brush it off. They're just like, oh yeah, okay, next. One of
right.
these
But
guys,
also,
you know,
like you
get
said, they blame other people or they blame other groups and all that for like you said. It's an educational thing. It's a parenting thing where
hmm
you don't want your kid to smoke. You got to teach him that. You got
right,
to teach him, your moral compass if you
right.
want them to have your moral compass. So, but of course they can't. So what they do? Oh well, we're gonna blame somebody else. We're gonna
Yeah,
blame a shop for having vaping stuff, even though it's 21 and over just to step into your shop. It has nothing to do with kids,
yeah.
But again, yeah,
That's the thing, brother. When you have these people owned by corporations like big pharmaceutical companies, they're
pharmaceuticals.
owned by them, man. That's their masters.
Yeah,
These politicians are slaves to their masters. They get money from these people. That's how they get their jobs. That's how they get reelected. And eventually, a lot of these guys, you see, they're either end up working for other corporations that they enacted legislation for, they helped out, or they go and work for the government. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but there's not enough people out there that I think everybody, for the most part, that pay attention to anything that's going on, get upset when politicians do bad things. Everybody gets upset, but there's no accountability for it. So, like, if a politician enacts some kind of law and it causes somebody to lose their business, their house, this and that, they don't care. They
Yeah.
don't care about you. The politicians are there to take care of the masses of the people, to take care of them. Do their bidding, but it's the other way around. And the people end up being, like you said, I don't want to get in trouble. It should be the
Mm-hmm.
politicians that fear us because we're the ones that pay their paycheck. We're the ones that elect these people. And the perfect example. There's one over here in Puna. And he was running for Senate. He was like, "Hey, it's great, you guys." He owns natural food stores. He was running for Senate. He's like, "Hey, you guys, great! You guys are here," and dropped his propaganda off. Hey, okay, he's a local. He's not local, but he lives in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you leave your brochures and stuff. I don't you know hate on people for knocking on doors for doing their politicking. But when it came time to step up and represent the people or his constituents, me, being one of them, owning a business, he created, he was voting for these laws or authoring or co-authoring, whatever you call it, these laws that are anti-vape bills. Never answered his phone, never returned my call. So, they do a lot of ass kissing when they're looking for their jobs, but then once they're in, they don't give a shit about
Right.
you. They give a shit about
And that's the thing. They're already in, so they don't have to stand in front of you in a
you.
podium and you get on the microphone and say,
Right,
"I gave to your campaign. You
right.
agreed with me on this. Why is it now that you're signing this bill?"
Yeah.
They don't have to answer that
There's,
no more.
there's no,
Already.
and even when you go in, and like for us outer island guys, we have to fly to Oahu and say there's some kind of bill going on and there's a hearing and there's like it could be like 4 or 5 hearings on the same bill, in a 3 4 month span of time or 6 month or whatever it is, and it costs us like $500 to fly up there, man.
Right.
It's look what we're doing now. I'm talking to you guys across the country on Skype in Kona when they have county council meetings, and if I want to attend one, I'm in Hilo on something similar on a video conferencing software. Why don't they do it for us for the state bills? They don't want to because they don't want to support. They don't want to make easy access for us. And when you go up there and you do speak in front of these people, there's no back and forth conversation. It's just they hear what you have to say. That's it. You can't answer any questions. It's ridiculous. It's just what they want. They don't want to hear. And for the most, I can't speak for all of them, of course, but it just seems like a lot of them are just don't want to hear what the public has to say, and they just have their minds made up. They serve their owners, they serve their masters, and that's it. But it is tough doing business in Hawaii. Not only for being a smoke shop, but the regulations on just having a shop, having any kind of shop. The insurance, the worker, you have workers comp, you have liability, you have disability, you have all these insurances that you need, these insurance coverages for your businesses, and it's tough doing it here. That not only is our premium higher that we live in Hawaii, even insurance for I don't know whatever reason is higher also.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just the forced coverages, forced things we have to provide for workers and stuff like that. And some of them are totally valid, like medical insurance, stuff like that. But some of them is just over the edge, where it's really tough to do business here. And we're surviving, and it's just all about making shit happen and going on to the next thing, and the next thing happens. So
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I was gonna ask you, like, being that I used to live in the Big Island for a while, and to me, the economy always seems like you have always these kids always around, trying to find jobs,
yeah.
and nothing's available for them. So a lot of them either go into like try before they used to try and go to the military just to
Mhm.
get off the island, or they wind up on drugs. Like I know before Kau had like a big rate of
Meth.
crystal meth
Yeah,
use
still
in
is.
the whole country. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, what would you like if you speak to the youth out there? What would you say to them on the Big Island, like to get ahead, being that you're successful and like you could be successful anywhere. Like you could take your businesses and do it in Oahu. You could take your businesses and do it in Vegas, but you choose to stay on the Big Island and open these shops and run your businesses there, which is a lot to me. I think it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to them uh, in order for them to be successful? Like, what tips would you give
You
the
know,
kids or the next
for
gen out
young
there?
people coming up, I think it's there's a lot of information that you're not taught in school. They teach you how. I mean, I can remember. I don't know if it's the same now. Of course, it was a long time ago. It's been 25 years since I've been in high school. I hate to admit that, but I'm old as shit now. Um, in school they don't teach you work ethic. They don't teach you, or at least as a real class. I mean, I've had teachers that one of my favorite teachers' name is Russell Idihara. He's a real estate. He's kind of retired now, but he's a real estate salesperson in Vegas. And one of the things I remember, he was my what was it, metals teacher, and I don't know, it was 11th, 12th grade. I think it was my senior year. But I remember him always instilling to always do the job right. He said, "Don't do it this way. Don't do a half-ass job." And he'd tell us straight up. Nowadays you can't swear in the class, but he'd tell us straight up, "Don't be doing this bullshit, man." He said, "You're gonna do it right. You do it right." And I became friends with him. And even after high school, I used to go to his shop. He had a machine shop here in Hilo. I used to hang out with him. But it's teachers like that that really instilled, uh, work ethic, pride in your work. My ceramics teacher was one of them, Mrs. Shigehara. She was great. I had a science teacher, Mr. Sager. He was cool as shit. I mean, it's these people that kind of, when you're a kid, you don't get really respect from teachers. As when I say respect, I mean like how adults respect each other. It's kind of like you're talked to, or you talk at, not to. And for kids nowadays, what I tell them is, or younger people, they say, hey, how do you do it? Don't stop. Don't stop. It's whatever you're passionate about. Now, not everything is going to make money, and it's not every person. You can tell somebody you can be whatever you want. It's not true. It's not true. Okay, let's be honest. Like, if you're in a wheelchair, odds are you're not going to be a professional athlete. It's just the nature of the beast. I'm sorry. And it's I think with kids nowadays, it's a I want to say pussification of kids where everybody gets a trophy. You
Is
know,
that a word?
you know,
Here's now.
maybe that's a new word we can
Turner.
coin. You heard that here first. But when I was a kid, you got a first, second, third place trophy if there was a third place. You don't get a participation trophy. And as you guys know, you guys we're all around the same age. That it's the world nowadays is everybody gets a trophy, everybody gets offended, and you don't want to make anybody mad, and you don't want to swear, and you don't want to do this. Fuck that. Fuck that. You have to do things that you have to do to make money. And I'm not saying go out there and do illegal shit. I'm saying, I saw a great speech by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And one of the things he emphasized is, you know, break the rules. Don't break the law, but break the rules. So, for perfect example of breaking the rules would be me telling a politician to go fuck yourself, and just being honest about it. I'm the type of guy I appreciate an honest asshole than a smiley prick, a smiley liar, somebody with a nice face, puts on this nice show, but lies behind their back. And you know, the world is hard. But getting back to going off tangent, sorry. Uh, kids nowadays just need to just never give up on unrealistic goals. unrealistic goals. And what I mean that, like I said, perfect example is if you're in a wheelchair, you're not going to be a professional athlete. Choose something else. Just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you can't be a billionaire, millionaire, or whatever you want to be. So, as far as being successful, anybody can be successful
Mhm.
within, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but success comes with just work ethic and not stopping, man. I didn't become what I consider successful until maybe 5 years ago. Until where I don't have to worry. I built up my business to where I have a general manager that takes care of the stores, and I have an operations manager that watches over everything. Uh, Besides the stores, pretty much all my businesses. And it's I live a comfortable, excuse me, I live a very comfortable life. It's but I'm not stopping. I'm always looking for the next opportunity. And because although I live a comfortable life, I don't have that Lamborghini money yet.
Mhm.
When the day comes, I can go to a Lamborghini dealership. I can fit in one for first of all. But the day I can go to a Lamborghini dealership and pay cash for a Lamborghini, I've made it. That's what I consider. I have a number. I have a number. It's $30 million. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, but that's my number. That's my out number when I'm going to stop and just do nothing, but probably go fishing. But and it's a lot of things. Setting goals is a big one too. And a lot of people don't set goals in their life. They just kind of swim around. Like they're just like the fish in the ocean, just swimming around, looking for the next thing. It's not like that. You have to set goals. What do you want? I have this thing. You can't see it here. I don't know if my computers can show you, but part of the law of attraction was when you watch The Secret. Let me get into the law of attraction a little bit.
Okay.
When I was 30 years old, my 30th birthday, my dad said, I remember this clear as day. We were at Cafe Pesto in Hilo. He said, I want you to watch this DVD. So what is it? So I want you to watch this DVD. I said, what is it? Tell me, what is it? I'm like, don't tell me it's some kind of bullshit multi-level marketing thing or something. It's like, I want you to watch this DVD. I saw it on Oprah. I'm like, oh shit. He's going to tell me he's gay. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it turns out he wasn't gay, and that's fine. I don't have anything against my gay friends, gay people as much as anybody else. Um, but I thought it was like this coming out thing, like, oh shit, he's not telling me. He's gonna like he's dying or something crazy. But it was The Secret, and The Secret is a video of the law of attraction of people speakers speaking about the law of attraction. For those that don't know, it's a great starting point in anybody's life to watch The Secret because this shit works. And I can go off on for an hour speaking about The Secret, but make a long story short, first time I knew The Secret is real was the first day I watched the DVD. So in The Secret, it tells you how to live your life and how to get anything you want in your life, whether it's love, whether it's relationships, it's success, money, physical things, health, anything. And I'm like, all right. I said, ask the universe for something. I said, I want $1,000 and I want it now. Right. And it doesn't work like, okay, I'm going to open my refrigerator and there's $1,000. It doesn't work like that. It's not magic. It's not, teleporting things with your brain. It's just a way of living your life where you intune your body, your mind into the universe and you get what you want. So I said, I want $1,000. And I'm like, yeah, right, right. But I'm thinking, okay, you have to manifest this. You have to think that, yeah, you're getting this is money that's on the way. You're gonna get it. It's gonna feel it. You can feel the money in your hand, and you really believe it, and it's gonna happen. So I'm like, all right. So I'm watching this video in my office in my mom's house. Um, who, by the way, I don't live with my mom anymore. Um, and this is 12 years ago. I I get this knock on my door. It's my mail lady, Shirley. She goes, "Hey, Marin, I got this parcel you got to sign for." I'm like, all right, sign for it. Now I open up that parcel. And I swear to God, you guys, I got a check for $1,060 that day. Now, you think like, whoa, how did that happen, right? This is actually money that was owed to me from a concert. It was actually pre-sale tickets from uh, a ticket outlet on Oahu that we did a concert at. I wasn't expecting this that day. Just out of the blue, it appeared. I wanted $1,000. Boom, it appeared. Doesn't always work like that, but uh, you know, as time progressed, I've done bigger things with this law of attraction, and I've attracted bigger things. Um, I'm gonna try and show you over here. I'll show you guys real quick. I don't know if you can see it. So this right here is my dream board. So there's a check. I don't know if you can see that for $30 million. There's all kind of cars. There's a Polaris. There's watches, money, house, mansions. There's I don't know if you can see that. Stereos, flat screen TVs, jet skis, all kind of shit. Right? So anyway, I have got half of that shit on that board. I don't think two of you guys, both of you guys are my very good friends. You've never seen that board before. Mark might have seen it. He came up to my house a couple of times. I don't know. I don't know if I remember if I had that, but I just remember he had really bad gout the couple of times he came in my house. But um, I have half the things on those boards. Whether it's a Rolex watch, I bought my first Rolex watch on my own. I had one for my best friend who died, but I bought my own watch a few years ago. The Polaris, I finally bought my own. I bought one last year.
Wow.
Jet skis. This is 8 years ago. I had not only the jet ski I had on that board. I bought the best one, the one that's better than that one, and I had two of them. Cars, all the cars on the board I got, besides the Lamborghini or the McLaren. I think it's a McLaren. Yeah, it's a McLaren. But things change, and I don't really want a McLaren now. But I've got half the things on that board, and it's all because of law of attraction. I could go, save that for another podcast of the stories. But
We're
this thing,
definitely gonna do that.
this thing works, and I share this with all my friends, and you're gonna believe it if you don't. Some people think it's it's just luck, or it's whatever it is. It's real. Law of attraction is like the law of gravity, and if you use it right and you know how to use it, things will happen for you. And that's my story when it comes to that. So I tell kids to law of attraction, man. It's manifesting things, and it's working hard, and being a good person. On top of that, you can have all the money in the world, but if you're a giant prick,
Right?
it's not cool.
Yeah, come back to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like karma and anything
Huh?
else. I feel like
Oh.
I've I've read about some of it. They compare it to like just like hanging around with like minded people, and like you just
Big
attract
time.
what you put out in the universe.
Big
So
time.
they
Don't
say like
forget
an example is like if you have like you drive a Toyota your whole life,
it. Hmm.
then you start driving a bug, then all of a sudden you notice why do I see all these bugs all of a sudden, like like a VW Beetle, but
Hmm.
you see them all over the road now. It's like, how come I see it now? Because you own a bug now. So
Right.
now you're aware, and all of us, those bugs were always there driving on the road,
Right.
but now you notice it
Right.
because it's like a law of attraction because you own one now. So now you start noticing it, but they're always there. But you know what I mean? It's just like, I think that's one of the comparisons they use it to. So it's just like whatever you put out is what you get back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And whatever energy you're putting out, or
Absolutely.
whatever kind of people you hang out with,
Yeah.
you're gonna attract those kind of people. If you hang out with knuckleheads, you're gonna be a knucklehead, of course.
Right. Right. It's know your circle. Know your circle.
Right.
Know your surroundings. Know the people you hang out with, and you want to hang around. Hey, yeah, you got a couple of friends here down on their luck and stuff. That's different.
Right.
But um, for the most part, you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. People that go in the same
Mm-hmm.
direction. People that want to see you succeed. People that you want to see succeed. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what success is all about. Is learning from people. I've learned. from when I was doing the nightclub business, one of the legends in Hawaii, as you guys know, is Rick Rock. And I reached out to Rick Rock when I first started doing stuff. I became good friends with the man, and he's always welcomed me. He didn't really know me. I'd call him up and ask him for advice, and he's one of the people I look up to, and I still look up to, that gave me a chance. That said, hey, he didn't have to take time out of his day to talk to me or give me advice on a promotion or how to do this, how to do that, but he did, and I always appreciate that. I think, like, from the whole pro wrestling thing, um, going through that and meeting the people. And it's because of the pro wrestling thing I'm where I'm at now. If I never did nightclub things, I would have never got into selling pipes and glass stuff, right? And opening the smoke shops. And if I never met Ryan, that wouldn't have happened. If I never met Fia, that would have never happened. If I never met Mark guys, Mark was a huge part too, because they helped us out with events, and I became good friends with those guys. I remember at one point we're kind of like a neck and neck, because they're doing nightclub stuff, a college night, which I used to go to and shit, which was raging at Fiascos. They stopped
Hmm.
doing it, and I started doing it, and then at one point we're like, neck and neck. But then I became good friends with these guys, and especially Mark, and then that's how I met Free, and
Hmm.
the rest is
Right.
history. But you surround you surround yourself with friends that want to see you succeed and want to succeed. That's
Most definitely, most definitely.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's a crazy story, though. I never knew. Like you said, just one thing led to another, from like
yeah,
selling vacuums to selling
yeah.
cars,
And it's
and the
karma.
wrestling story.
A lot of it's karma too, because I was at nightclubs where I was at a couple of nightclubs where they screwed me over. And if they never
Mm,
screwed me over and they're still open, I'd probably still be working at nightclubs, man. And it's like, yeah, I have an okay living, but not nearly as what I have now.
Yeah, you
You
were to
right.
progressing to the next level.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like through the nightclub thing. That's another thing. That's how I met one of my best friend. My best friend's Robert. He lives in Vegas. Who's going to be my partner on the burger thing. But we've done stuff together, and he's a really good friend of mine. I meet all these. We're with Coolio the other day eating sushi. Like, it's like Coolio. I mean, he's a legend, right? Grammy Award winner is one of Rob's really good friend, and he was like, yeah, what do you want to do? You want to do a show in Hawaii? I was like, yeah, what do you mind? He was like, who do you want? Then all the old school, we do old school tour. You do this and that, and I don't have to deal with an agent. Shit.
Right? Go
You know,
yeah.
direct.
yeah.
Shit.
We're just like we're walking through the trade show with Coolio. There's like 100 people stopped and took pictures, and he stopped and talked to every one of them. Man, this guy's so down to earth. Love that guy. But
Does he still have that, like his hair?
yeah, yes, he does.
He
Yes.
does?
I wanted to ask him, how do you put your hat on every day? How long does it take? Because he
Right?
has two holes in a hat, and his hair go through it, but it sticks up perfect.
Ah,
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Like, does he live in Vegas?
yeah, yeah. He lives in Vegas.
yeah.
Just look for the Bentley that says, I think it says Cool or Cool One or something, is
Oh,
license plate. That's Coolio. Yeah, a white Bentley.
of course he
Dang.
does. He's got to
Yeah,
have a white Bentlly.
yeah. All the rappers do.
That's like criminal mind money right there, dog.
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, the residuals kicking in.
Yeah. Every time that song plays on the radio, how many cents does he get? It's at least
So,
10
That's
cents.
it's funny, like, how I met you through Mark, but I never met you. And in fact, I never even met Mark when he was in Hawaii. Um, you know, and like
Really?
I
You
used to
guys
be
do the nightclub
the
stuff
guy
in
that
Hawaii?
rings the bell for it wasn't AZW, it was HCW on
Okay.
Oahu. Like
Right. For Linda?
yeah, I used to
Yeah.
ring the bell for bing, 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 bing,
Yeah.
right? And Jax, my friend Jax in Hawaii, he used to come down with Kaimana, and we know like Aki and all these guys, and what's his name? Kaleo Carter,
I don't remember.
Crusher.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, well, I think he's on Maui though. Um, it's just so funny that like how we've gone through similar things in our lives. Everybody, we worked in nightclubs, got involved in pro wrestling, you know, all this kind of stuff, but we just never knew each other. And
Yeah.
because I think, but you travel all the time, um, but it's a funny connection in Hawaii, where like even though again I never knew Mark until he moved to Vegas.
Mhm.
Excuse me, and I never knew you until I met Mark and all this
In
kind of
Vegas.
stuff. And so I think that whole like you said, like the um uh laws of attraction, like-mindedness, um it sets you up where life and the universe sets you up in a way where you can be successful.
Mhm.
They're gonna set you down that path. You just gotta take that path.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, I'm just like you said, some people are just swimming,
Yeah.
they see a path, but they just keep swimming instead of going for that path.
Yeah.
And so I mean, yeah, dude, we're gonna get you back on the show and just have another like hour or two just talking about the secret, bro.
Yeah.
Our
I
friend,
got some crazy stories you guys wouldn't believe about the law of attraction.
our friend
Crazy.
Joel I met him in Alaska through Mark because we did a month long there. And on the last day, sorry,
Ooh.
on the last day, he handed us 2 CDs and goes, just listen, just whenever you guys get a chance.
Yeah.
And turns out that was a secret. So yeah, dude. I wanna get involved in that.
Yeah. You gotta drink out of a Kansas City cup. That might help your cough there, brother.
So, the funny thing is I don't feel bad. It's just that I got a problem. That's all.
I don't feel bad either. I didn't put any money on the Super Bowl. That's a win. That's a win. Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a game. That was a game.
That was
Free's a big 49er fan, so
Oh,
right.
crazy. I was gonna put money on San
That's the
Francisco.
thing.
Well, I didn't.
They played 3.5 good quarters,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's just like we're just gonna give up.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But there's always
Same
next year.
with Atlanta, right? Atlanta played well 2 good quarters, and they got
Mm.
beat. The same coaches there at San Francisco.
Exactly. I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
I saw that coming.
It was written in the stars already.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like Kansas City. Mahone, he's a badass quarterback. So I'm glad for them. Good for them. It took him 50 years. So
Yeah, it's 50.
yeah, just 50 years.
Yeah.
But,
They
but
never Joe
anyway,
Montana over there. Figured Joe would have brought him to the Super Bowl, but
in fact, Joe's the only one. The closest they ever got was Joe bringing them to the playoffs.
mm,
In the playoffs. I mean, they lost, but that's how it is. Anyway,
Oh
uh,
boy.
uh, but so you recently, I can't say recently. When did you get married? Like 3 years now?
me,
Yeah.
it's gonna be 4 years ago.
Wow, dude.
4 years ago.
I was gonna say congratulations, but I'm 4 years too late, I guess.
Yeah.
I said congratulations when it happened.
Yeah.
But
We didn't even have our. I was supposed to put together a reception. We just did a real small wedding with just our immediate family, and we were planning on doing a reception, but it's like 4 years later. Like, should we do one now?
like 4 years later, right? Just everybody meet up at Cannes.
Yeah.
Like go Cannes, you just go like Hawaiian style grill,
Yeah.
whatever.
Or style cafe. Yeah.
Hawaiian style cafe.
Let's go to Liliuokalani Park and have a picnic.
Dude, you can literally go like, okay, whoever wants to come to the reception, meet us at Cafe 100. Just let me know what kind of local mocha you like.
Yeah.
Because
Easy.
it's been 4 years, so you guys just shut up.
That's a cheap reception, man. You save a lot of money on that one.
Dang, I haven't heard those names in forever. I don't think I've been back to the Big Island since I moved off in like 2003, maybe.
Oh my God. It's a long
Yeah.
time, man. It's still the same.
Yeah.
Still the same. I mean, I don't know
It's not
what
like
they have
it's not like
here.
the food going anywhere.
I mean, we
So
had Tier 1 that opened and closed in 2 years,
Oh my
and that's
god. I
about
don't think
it. I think everything else is the same. We got an Old Navy now.
no. That makes sense.
Our
Tier
Sears
one,
is
not
still
so
open.
much.
Our Sears is still open. Amazing.
Dang.
I got a
And
question.
we got Target now
Oh,
I mean,
Target.
like,
and
Okay.
TJ Maxx. So we're stepping
Oh.
out in the shopping world here in Hilo. So
How's the mall doing? It was always so like sparse
shitty.
when I lived
I
there.
mean, it's still shitty. I mean, it's shitty mall. I
my,
mean,
my friend Michael, my friend Mike Sato, he owns a comic shop called Enjoy Comics.
yeah. It's great. They had Hacksaw Jim Duggan there a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, signing autographs. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I never go to the mall. It's like,
right. Well, a great
you
friend of mine, he opened up a shop over there,
yeah,
and he's doing really well. But I
good.
wanted to ask, like, do you have a Irie Hawaii shop over there or a
In
beef
the
jerky
mall?
shop?
No, not in the
Is
mall.
there really?
When I say the mall is shitty, it's not the stores in the mall.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the mall management itself, where it's like, you got this store that it costs you 10 grand or whatever it is in rent, and then you got to give them a percentage.
what?
Right. The profits.
Yeah, you got to
You
give them a
gotta
percentage.
you gotta give them like a written report of what you make, and
Yeah,
then give them a percentage of it.
there's not that much traffic where they deserve a percentage, or even advertising that they pay for. It's like, you go to the movie theater at any given night, there's like three people over there.
Dude, you
So
gotta do a percentage. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah,
Wow,
even
that's
kiosks.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. It's rough. I mean, but that's how most malls are. But
Yeah.
you
But
know,
again, most malls would have Ala Moana type
right,
traffic, you know.
right. I mean, you got thousands
Yeah.
of people like in Hilo. Good day is 1,000 people, if that.
Right?
And that's not
Yeah.
I went
including
there
Those.
people
during
that
the Christmas season.
using IHOP. But
Was it Christmas season? No, I went there during it was like Mother's Day or something like that. I don't know when that is. So bad. Um,
Me.
but even that, like nobody was really shopping too much. You know, a lot of walkarounds playing the ukulele. You know,
yeah, a lot of online sales. People go online nowadays, and
Yeah.
yeah,
but I mean, again, he says he's doing great, and you know, he's got a great shop over there. I just want to know if you had any of your shops in those type of areas. So,
no, no.
so where,
Uh,
Where are six locations at?
yeah,
uh, we got three in Hilo.
Uh-huh.
We got the one in Kona. We got Pahoa and Waimea.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Dang.
anything out at South Point?
I've thought about doing it out there, but my cop friends tell me, oh, you don't want to go out there. It's kind of rough. People getting broken in because it's so rural.
Yeah,
There's nobody there. There's that small shopping center. It's not even a shopping center. It's just building a warehouse with
Mhm.
a couple businesses in it, and it's far. Not so much South Point, but that's like Ocean View,
Mm.
which
it
is
wouldn't really. I
South
mean,
Point.
just travel time would it be worth getting out your product out there? So,
Yeah, I thought of doing a van, doing some other things, but I got so much things that pop up. Like we got the restaurant we're working on. We're
right,
gonna do another beef jerky in a fishing store in Pohoa.
Mm.
like making tackle kind of fishing.
No, like yeah, fishing tackle. I'm not gonna make anything, but a little store just selling fishing tackle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. Because I mean, like, well, when I say making, like, you know, you get the supplies where the
yeah, yeah.
fertilizer and
Your
the heat.
hooks and your line and
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
all that
the
stuff.
suit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude,
So what is
is
this new spot? What is this new spot you trying to put out the burger? What's it called? Cali
Oh,
Burger or something?
Cali Burger. So if you're there, I think it's in North Las Vegas is the first location. Um, so my buddy Rob and his partner Joel, they have that. Joel is the one who created all of this, and he got Rob involved, and this place is killer. I mean, not because they're my friends, fucking killer, dude. So they do burgers, they do of course fries, but their specialty is a blooming onion. You know that big onion that pops open and there's different shit on it. So they make like 3 or 4 different onions. Um, they have wings, which is the wings are great also. But the burgers, I mean, I challenge you to go eat over there and then go to In and Out. It's gonna fuck
Mm.
you up for real.
Dude, I hate.
You're
I
like,
gotta say that, man. I hate In and Out.
In and Out. There's nothing wrong with In and Out. I like In and Out, but um, you eat a Cali burgers and you go In and Out, you're gonna get disappointed.
Right? I know, man. I'm always disappointed with In and Out. Everybody's like, "Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good."
Yeah,
Like, dude,
it's just the line you gotta stay in to get in there, but
I mean, it's not worth it, dude. I'd rather, honestly, like with all the burger joints popping up, there's like you said, Cali Burger. There's Fuku Burger in Vegas. There's like Five Guys, all these kind of things.
yeah.
And like in Vegas, they're normal price.
Mhm.
In Hawaii, like Five Guys burgers is like a $15 burger. Here in Vegas, it's like still like what, $7.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
um,
The rent's cheaper. the rent's cheaper. The rent's cheaper. Their taxes lower. I mean, it's all kind of shit. It's the advantage of living in a fairly conservative state still. In Las Vegas, but all those guys from California moving up there and changing shit, so taxes will be going up real fast.
a lot of business owners, like all their businesses are technically in like Minnesota, Montana, all
Hmm.
these different places like that. Um, like even like Cirque Soleil, like the companies that do
Yeah.
the
Canadian, right?
yeah, they're Canadian, dude.
Yeah.
Like they don't register in Vegas. They're like, nah, that's too nuts. You know. So
You got to go to
plus
Bocce Burger.
Caliber,
Bocce Burger's really good too, man. In Vegas, there's at least 3 of them, I think. I've been.
Bocce Burger.
Yeah, it's the guy from Hawaii who
Oh
owns
my
that. I
god,
don't remember what island, but
I'm right now. And I'm looking at the Cali Burger asada fries and bombs.
I'm telling you,
Dude,
go to Cali. You could go right there. What time is it? Yeah, they're not open right now, but they're in North Las Vegas, so
yeah, I'm in Southwest.
yeah.
Like that's far away from this place as you can think of, but I might go there tomorrow.
Yeah, just stop by, man.
Ah,
You won't be disappointed. I'm telling you that onion, you can get full on just the onion. The onion's huge. It's like my head.
yeah, I'm looking. Like, oh my god.
Oh boy, it's another place to kill you.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go there every day. I mean,
Right?
He will. He goes Jack in the Box
I
every
mean,
day. This guy.
well, if you're going to Jack in the Box every day, you can eat something that tastes really good. It's not really good for you.
everything in moderation.
Yes, exactly.
Mm, but
That's not good. Oh boy, that's crazy.
dude,
But
okay,
now,
wait, I gotta tell you, I'm looking at a picture of one of their burgers, and it has that blooming onion thing inside the burger. It's like this big.
Oh,
And
I
oh
didn't see
my
that yet. Really?
holy crap. And then you get the side one that it's like this big. Like,
Oh,
you can just you're like,
it's huge.
oh my
Look at
god.
the
Oh my
reviews,
god.
man. Look at their Google reviews. Everybody loves that place.
Oh, dude, the Yelp review, everything. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mariner.
oh boy, now you got me looking it up, even though I'm like 500 miles away.
Yeah, we went there. We went there the other day when I went uh, with one of my managers, my general manager, and one of my buddies, and Joel, the owner. He was like, we went there and we got one of everything. Oh my god, the car smelled like burgers for the whole week that we were there.
And
Every
then
time
not
the valet would open the door, like, I smell Cali burger.
it smelled like a caliber, but I'm not complaining.
No,
We need
not
one
at
in
all.
the as an air freshener.
Yeah, not at all.
Dude. So okay. I don't know if this is true or not. I think Mark actually brought it up a long time ago. Like when he's like, "Yeah, my friend Mariner, we're gonna meet him up. We're gonna meet up for the wedding and all that." So that's all okay. Is it true that you're the first person to offer a job to that homeless guy with the golden face?
Yes, yes, it is true.
Is it okay? You gotta tell that story, dude, because that's
So
amazing.
it's not. I don't know. So I saw that story, right? I saw that the story about him, And I was like, wow, I was really moved about this guy, and he sounded amazing. I didn't know that he was in radio before because he has that radio voice,
Radio Wolves.
but it was like, whoa, when you seen that video, this is like, jeez, 10 years ago, maybe
Mhm.
8 years ago. It was a
Yeah,
while ago.
just a while ago, yeah.
It was a while
Yeah, I
ago.
forgot about it.
And anyway, there's this. He was on a show. I was following. I don't know how I found him. It's called the um, Dave and Jimmy Show or something like that. So it was this. I think it was some radio station in the Midwest where they had this show, and I
Mm-hmm.
called in. And I didn't call in, but I think I emailed them, and I said, you know what? Um, if he's willing, I'd like to fly him out to Hawaii to voice some radio spots, and give him a job. We fly him out for a week and pay him, whatever he's going to charge me, and just to give him off the streets and get him a start.
Yeah.
And once that happened, it was like a tidal wave. So when they interviewed me, they called me. I was like sleeping. I was like, who the hell is this calling me at 3 in the morning, right? They're like, hey, it's the Dave and Jimmy radio show, and it's like, yeah, we got you offered him a job, and I was like, yeah, come out here, because I would hire voiceover guys. Like one of the guys is Zeus. He used to do WWE commercials, and a bunch of other guys, and they would
Big
voice
dude?
Zeus. Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah,
Nice,
I think he's
okay.
from Florida or something, but he has that Zeus voice.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a bunch of these guys that did radio spots and did my commercials for various things, whether it's wrestling or concerts, nightclubs. So he had the perfect voice. So I offered him a job, and Dave and Jimmy called him and made a big thing out of it. It was like national. Like all of a sudden, Kraft macaroni and cheese is offering him jobs. I mean, I was watching the news in Hawaii, and then someone from Hawaii offered him a job, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But yeah, but actually, it's fun. I looked him up a little while ago, and I guess he's doing okay. Um, but yeah, I actually bought his book. I haven't read it yet, but I have it somewhere. I have a habit of buying all these books, and I don't read them. I read like a couple pages on the plane, and it's end up in my bookcase. But
But I just think it's interesting because, like you said, you have other people that you could have gone to, but you look at this guy like he's homeless. He just needs somebody to believe
yeah,
in him
it's
and willing to do that
yeah,
for
just
anybody
really
else.
helping somebody out, and it's not. I wasn't looking for any. I wasn't expecting any kind of press, which I really didn't get, but any kind of attention anyway. And I got a little bit of it, and it's like, I'm not looking for that. It's like when I tell people, I do things because I want to. I do things for people, whether it's giving homeless people money or whatever it is, donations or doing something nice for someone. I do something like that because I want to, because I feel I'm a good person, not because I'm looking for the likes on Instagram or on Facebook or notoriety or any of that. So I don't post. I literally post nothing that I do for people, whether it's a fundraiser. If it's a fundraiser for some sick child or something, yeah, we might do posts just to get awareness. But as far as me giving money to somebody that's down on their luck, I think that's stupid. I don't dig that stuff. Where you see all these guys on TikTok and Instagram, and they're over here. Look at me, I'm helping. It's like, whatever, you're an idiot. But
Yeah, I just think it's really cool of you that you offered this guy something before anybody else, and you didn't do it because you wanted recognition. You just want to get this guy a stepping stone to a
yeah,
better life. So that was really cool, dude. Like when Mark
absolutely.
told me that, I was like, "Yeah, fuck that, dude. There's no way. This guy lives in Hawaii. Like, what the hell is he talking about? This guy lives in Memphis or some shit like that."
For
And
real.
so, yeah, like I don't know why. I don't know why I remember that about you. I mean, it's been what, five,
But
six
you
years
already
since
knew
I
me though. You knew me before Mark got married. Like we used to hang out at the Golden Nugget when you guys were working the club over there.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Which I
Think about
always stay at the Golden Nugget now. Like whenever I go to Vegas, like I would never stay there. I used to
mm.
stay at Circus Circus, man. Like now I don't. I never stay at Circus Circus. Fucking come on.
God.
Um, Yeah, I'm always at the Nugget. I get the best luck at the Nugget. My host takes care of me. Hi, John. Um,
Uh, and
you know,
speaking of Vegas, we always see your posts. Like, what's your secret to success of winning all those damn jackpots? I want to know.
well, the secret is you have to find the right machine that I know pays out kind of often, which is, the Golden Nuggets kind of letting me down recently because they're getting rid of all the older machines, which I like that pay out. But I get jack. I'm not a big gambler. I don't
Mhm.
go crazy where I'm spending 5 grand. I'm like, oh, I spent a few $100. I might go $1,000. That's my limit. But I'm pretty lucky. I've always
Nice.
been lucky at various things. Um, but yeah, it's
I mean,
just
it's not
that,
fun when you're
law
that
of attraction is part of it. But
I mean, I don't know if we can call it luck when you're pretty consistent at it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Is it
yeah, yeah.
calculated risk?
It's well, I look at it as okay. This is what I have. This is what I budgeted to play. That's my play money, and it's what I play. I was kind of upset last week. I mean, who knows if I would have hit it or not? There's just one machine. It's called Top Dollar, the Golden Nugget. I always
Mhm.
like to play. It's this particular machine, and it was Friday before Super Bowl the other day, and I was
Yeah.
leaving that night. So I was like, fuck, I want to play this machine, and it was packed. The high limit area where that machine is packed. And I was like, shit, I want to play it, walking around. You come back, somebody hit 20 grand on it. I was like, damn,
Uh,
good for them, but good for them.
For
yeah,
that.
good for them.
Good for them, but I was like, deep down thinking, that was my 20 grand. That was my 20 grand. And that's like the top bonus you could get. It was like, it's a $5 machine, so it's times, you hit 1,000 credits, times two is 20 grand. It's the biggest you can get on
You hit it. You
it.
hit
But
it.
they,
Good
good
for
for
her.
good for them.
Yeah,
They did it.
yeah,
Everybody else needs luck
yeah,
sometimes too, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
can't keep it
They
all.
got it for a reason.
Yeah,
There's a reason why you didn't get it.
exactly, exactly.
Maybe you're gonna get 100. That's why somewhere else.
Maybe a 30 million. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
Yep, you just keep pushing that 30 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows how you might earn it or you might win it. You never know.
You never know how you get it. It could magically appear in your eyes.
See, I'm kind of like you. Like I have a short term goal of 10,000. 10,000 will get me out of debt. 10,000 will, fix my car. 10,000 will get me where I need to be. With that 10,000, I build that into 50,000, fifty
Right,
thousand into 100, and so on and so forth.
right.
So, I had those little goals, but dude, 30 million, I think I could live off of that. You
30
know what I
million,
mean?
not a bad payday.
Right?
You know, I don't see
Especially,
many people
I mean,
that complain about $30 million.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody would. Maybe,
So,
maybe
so
Bill
getting back
Gates,
to your goal, what's stopping you?
right? Exactly. What's stopping me? There's nothing stopping me. So there's little things that it's kind of like one of those. You know what your goal is. You know
Mhm.
what you need to do to get there. You just gotta take those steps.
It's a
You
very
can't do
realistic
B
goal.
and C before you do A. So you got to get that A done, and get the B done, get the C, and so on and so forth. So I don't know why I'm telling you that. You're like one of the most successful guys I've ever known. So
Thank you. But hey,
Yep.
$10,000, brother, is a very realistic goal. I mean, so is 10 million. It's
yeah,
just you start off small. I mean, when the law of attraction, in the video they talk about ask for something small like a cup of coffee. Will that first, right, and then progress to bigger things. $10,000 is easy. I mean, that's something. It's not. It could be a gig that you get, some kind of art. Maybe you get some kind of commission or
mm-hmm.
contract with some comic company because you're the best artist I know. Um, it could be a number of things, but you'll get there. It could be just saving money. All of us. I mean, I have trouble saving money myself. I save money, but also spend stupid shit like Fun Factory. That all,
You still go to Fun Factory? Is there still a Fun Factory in Hilo?
there is. I actually go there with my nephews. So
Are you serious?
but
Oh,
instead of
some of
spending
Hilo, bro.
$5, we're spending $100 per kid now. It's crazy. It's different times.
And every time he's still holding out the hand, you're like, oh, here, just take it.
Yeah.
But next time I go Hilo, I
Yes.
gotta link up with you and your nephews. I gotta go do that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
we'll
haven't
go
been to a forever. So
Yeah, I gotta get back on that island too and just check it out.
nothing changed. I mean,
dude,
nothing.
what's
Yeah,
that?
but
We have less VOG now. I mean, ever since the
okay.
volcano
Right,
slowed
the
down.
volcano not as active.
Yeah.
Dude, what's that park that has the bridge that does this? It goes down and then like a double hump or whatever.
Bridge?
Yeah, it's like a bridge over water. There's a park, and there's like
Oh, that's Liliuokalani Park. It's just a one single hump.
oh okay. So my friend Jax, I was in the car at the time because we went to do a signing at Enjoy Comics with my friend Mike, and we were driving around, sightseeing, and we stopped, and I stayed in the car. I was like, "Bro, I'm tired. I just want to chill." He's, all right. That guy, he didn't tell me, but he actually uh, asked his wife to marry him there,
Oh,
that bridge.
yeah. It's a famous spot. A lot of wedding pictures are taken there, and
Like, he never told me.
nice
So
park.
they came back to the car. We just drove around, got on the plane, go home. Like 3 or 4 months later, that's when he announces that they're getting married. I was like, did you just ask her? No, I actually asked her in Hilo. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You made me sit in that car, not even knowing that you guys were engaged. Yeah.
Ah,
And
shoot.
then Jax has a nerve to ask me, you want to be my best man? No. I literally told him, I said, no, you cannot. So,
That's crazy.
but anyway, in fact, Jax Hearts, that's him in the chat room right now. Oh, I think I'm getting the story right. My memory sucks.
It's all that San
Oh.
Francisco water you're drinking.
I love Hilo,
Mhm.
dude. Love Hilo. I mean, it's technically a rainforest, but I love the fact that you guys got a free zoo with white tigers in it.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me, dude.
I
You
think
know, I
white
get it.
tiger passed away, so I don't know if it's still the albino one. I think they got regular
Well, I know that
tigers.
you guys still have two tigers the last time I went there, which is only about half a year ago.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. We still got tigers. Yeah, we got those two, but I think it was Namaste was the name of the tiger. He or she
That's
passed away. Yeah.
but a bugger was old already though.
Yeah. Was.
And
Ah.
there's one monkey that when you go over there, if you make fun of him, he'll scoop his own poop and throw it at you.
I
So
I
they tell you,
believe.
watch out for that monkey. He'll poop at you. So
Yeah.
I,
He
I
he was
I think that's probably the only thing Hilo has over Vegas because that Las Vegas zoo, did it get shut down? It got shut down, right?
Las Vegas
there
should got
two
shut down
Vegas?
for
It was
malnutrition.
horrible.
Oh my god! I didn't know they had a
The
zoo in Vegas.
ostrich could literally just peck you. Like there's only like normally they have two fences,
Yeah.
like one for the and then one to have a barrier. There was no barriers.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they come at you. They had that gorilla. He looked like he was about like freaking 500 years old on his
oh my!
deathbed.
I think that's the only reason why he couldn't break out because he's so old and malnutrition. Dude, they had like this I guess bobcat or lion or something. Couldn't even tell. It was a big cat. And I swear to God, if it wanted to escape, it could have, but I don't think it could have because they just never fed him. Like it was, dude. It was a horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got. I think they literally shut it down for like animal abuse or
Oh my
something,
god!
or like neglect or something.
What's
They
too
Because
hot
shipped out
all,
all the
over there?
all
animals.
the animals were on loan from like San Diego Zoo,
Oh,
Memphis
Yeah,
Zoo, like all the other zoos around the
San
area.
Diego was a shit.
Dude,
yeah.
I
San
like
Diego's.
San Diego's nice, man. I
they
like
send
San
it.
Diego.
Have you done the safari side?
No.
There's a walking one that the San Diego Zoo that you walk through, and you get on the big gondola that takes you across. Um, the Sahara, what is it called?
Safari, no
Safari
wildlife
Zoo.
safari. Yeah.
Like it's kind of like Universal Studios where you get into the tram and then they take you
Oh
in the
yeah, yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah. We did that. We did that.
Yeah, that was dope. We
Yeah,
have literally the last three fucking white rhinos in existence. Like, but that's kind of sad, you know what I'm saying?
that's
But at
crazy.
least they're there.
Yeah, I'm not
So
even gonna talk about those gondolas at the San Diego Zoo. What happened?
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the people movers, like the ones that you see at like EK Fernandez, where you get in like the bucket and you're like 300 feet over everybody, went from one side of the park to the other. Kind of like how they had it in Disneyland.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, anyways, the quick story right here. We're gonna ride that. I mean, we're gonna get on that. So with a bunch of people from Hawaii. So we're all pairing up in twos, and then for some reason, I'm in the back with Jax, and Jax is bigger than me. So, and I'm looking at this thing, and it says max is what, like 700 pounds, and I'm looking like, bruh, I'm about 300 almost. I go, we're gonna be pushing. I go, do I really want to get on this thing and be pushing weight limit on this freaking thing that's hanging like 300 feet above the freaking zoo?
Now keep in mind,
And I'm like, shit. I'm like, is this thing gonna hold us or what? The whole time,
like at the
like, why
time,
is this happening?
Mark
I mean, there are skinny people. There are other people we can team up with, but they put us in the same
yeah, we
freaking
had
cart. And I'm like,
girls that only weigh like
kidding
a
me?
100 pounds and all this kind of stuff. So, but the thing is, keep in mind when Mark moved up to Vegas, all we used to do is eat and drink, eat and drink. You
yeah,
know how
no,
Vegas.
I was there.
Yeah. So Mark was maybe about honestly about 370, 350.
Were you that big, bro?
No, maybe
Nah,
not
maybe like 320, 320.
320.
70.
Jax is about 350, 370 around there. Because we're all bigger back then. Now we all keto and all that shit. But at the time, we were all eating. We all get gout. No. So I'm sitting there with this girl. She's probably about 120, 150. My other friend
120,
about
150.
160. I'm about 240, 270. Oh, around there. And then we look back and we see Mark and Jax in one in a bucket. It's it was like, oh my god, don't move, don't sway.
I was literally scared for my life, honestly. I'm like, why would we do that? I'm like, why would they even let us on? They didn't even question us. Like, man, you guys are look like you'd be pretty close to the weight limit.
Well,
I mean,
have any of you guys went to a fucking amusement park and couldn't fit in one of the rides? I
well,
have.
all right,
Let me tell you, we went. I think it was last year. We went to Universal Studios. I couldn't fit in the fucking Harry Potter ride. I was fucking devastated. I'm
Oh
telling you,
man.
go to the Harry Potter ride. They put the fucking shit down. My
right.
stomach was in the way, man. I was like, fuck. Like, sir, come with me. Come with me. I'm like, oh, fuck. So we go into this chair and they have like a fucking dummy chair there. See if you can fit.
Oh, you
It has to go 2 clicks. It has to go 2 clicks. You only get 1 click. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, okay,
Then
I
I have
see.
to eat that extra burrito. Oh, fuck.
The thing is, though, I see you posting. I was looking at your Facebook recently, and you're looking slim down, though. Like you're looking.
Work out, but I still eat like shit. It's like today's actually day one of this Optivia shit that my friend has me on. But I work out every day. I'm 5 days a week, 3 days a week. We got boxing and wrestling classes, like 1 hour straight drills, nonstop, and then Tuesday, Thursday just weights. But it doesn't work if you're still eating like shit.
I,
Yeah.
but I
So
mean,
yeah,
I look at your picture though. You're not like you're slimming down, dude. So
yeah,
like
a little bit.
We go Harry Potter. Fuck that kid. Click, click, bitches. 2 clicks. Click, clack.
It's funny about Harry Potter. So one of my buddies, good friends with Tom Malfoy. Uh, Tom Malfoy. I think his name or Tom. His name is Tom. Uh, but we had a house party over here. Tom and them were at the house, and it's like fucking Malfoy. I was drunk and I was talking to him. He was rolling a cigarette, and I said, "Is that a Jeffrey?" He's English. Tom is actually English, and he's like, "No." And he's like looking at me. I was like, "You know what a Jeffrey goes?" He goes, "Yeah, I was in that movie." I was like, "My bad, fuck."
So wait, he was actually Malfoy in the movie?
Yeah,
Fuck, what was his name, dude?
Tom. His
Well,
name's
Tom
Tom.
something. I forgot his last name though.
Tom Fulton. Fulton?
But he was a bad kid, right? Like the
Yeah.
leader of
Yeah.
that kid's a sick.
Yeah.
Holy shit! He lives in Hawaii.
No, no, no. They just come here.
Okay,
Come here and hang out. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
another thing,
boy.
dude. Like California, Denver, Denver, uh, Nevada, all these states are going legalized. Um, what do you think? You think Hawaii will ever be able to do it? You
Eventually.
uh,
Eventually.
you think so?
Yeah. Eventually
I,
it'll get there.
the thing is, like with Hawaii, I mean, we have such a big reggae culture and a big smoke weed culture. To be honest with you, like you don't have to listen to reggae. Oh, dude, I used to listen to like Metallica and shit, smoking weed, headbanging. But do you think that the officials, the politicians, do you think big pharma is going to let that happen in Hawaii?
Eventually it will.
Yeah,
It's not, at the end of the day it's about money.
right.
And weed makes money, and California, Hawaii is a state where they copy everything California does, everything New York does, right? So eventually it's going to get there. Maybe not this year, maybe not next, but I would say in the next 3 to 5 years it should
Three to
be. It
Yeah, I
should
want
be.
to say about 5 years from now. That'll
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
be the closest they'll get.
Yeah.
As
Um,
long as they can tax you and get their cut, they'll be cool with it.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
as long as they
don't
can
care how
budget
you get it.
Yeah.
pockets, bro, they don't care.
They're not about budgeting or making things happen the correct way. They're just about more, 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 more.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a
That's
whole nother story.
oh boy. It's crazy.
The funny thing is, you asked about you ever couldn't get into a ride. And we used to go to Disneyland all the time. And I don't really ride roller coasters. I'm just not. I just don't like them. And neither does Mark. And one of my friends was like, "Come on, Free. Let's go. Come on, Mark. Let's go. Come on, Mark." And Mark was like, "If Free goes, I'll go." And I was thinking, "You motherfucker, just throw me under the bus. Okay, fine, we'll go." Right? Not thinking to myself that Mark thought that I was never gonna say yes. You know what I mean? So he would never have to go. And now I say yes. Now we all gotta fucking go. So we're on a what is it called? Big Mountain.
I don't know. Some kind of
Mountain.
small roller coaster.
No, yeah, it was like the Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know why they do it, but you got two big dudes sitting next to each other on this little track.
Oh, nice.
But the thing is, we're in the front, so I can see the track. If I can see the track and where we're going, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I don't like the dips and all that, but at least I can see where we're going. Bro, Mark was just slamming into me. I was slamming into him. I was like, my God. Like, they could have put one person in each box and we would have been fine. But instead, they like cramped us in. Like, our knees were broken after that, dude. Like, my thighs were all busted up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel your pain, brother. I know. I know. I
Yeah.
like roller coasters. Though. I like when you're upside down. It feels like your head's gonna pop off.
are you
Love it.
serious?
Yeah, I love roller coasters, man. Love it. I'm over there laughing. Everybody's screaming. Maybe I'm just sick like that. I don't know.
Maybe. I think that's a sickness, dude. It's crazy.
You're screaming and I'm like laughing my ass off because I think it's fucking funny.
Dude, I'd start bleeding from the ears if that ever happened. Like, like at what you call that California Adventure, where they have that one big loop,
Yeah,
right?
that's the
For some
one.
reason, they always get stuck though, like on the top, and it takes like 80 minutes to get everybody off of that damn thing. When I see that, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm ever getting on a fucking thing that's like that ever.
I
So
love that roller coaster.
that's why I don't go to Knott's Berry Farms. I used to go there and like cause Snoopy, right? The Snoopy camp, Knott's Berry Farms, everything's all woodsy. But now it's about the roller coasters that do the corkscrews and all that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $60 just to walk around and eat corn dogs. You know what I mean? So
Pan for gold.
at least Disney I can get into like the Pinocchio and the Wild Ride, like Cinderella.
Oh
You know,
my
I
god.
can
Yeah.
you right?
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Again, Peter Pan. We can fly, you can fly, you can fly. That's more my
Oh,
style.
shit.
Yeah.
When was the last time you've been to Disneyland?
Me?
Yeah.
Like a month ago.
You serious?
Yeah.
Like, Star Wars thing?
Yeah. Yeah, went to a Star Wars thing. Yeah.
What is it? I heard it's pretty badass.
It's cool. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Yeah. The new one just opened up, right? So the new ride.
I heard it's immersive. Where they have like stormtroopers walking around.
Yeah.
Are you allowed here? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I
I
like
remember
it.
when they first opened it, you had to have a reservation.
Yeah.
They had like a 4-hour block. Where they
Yeah.
only allowed like certain amount of people at a time. Then they would clear it out, and then the next group would go in.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like Harry Potter Land, like that. Universal. It's kind of like that kind of
Is
deal.
that how they do that still?
Cool. Huh?
Is that how they still do that at Harry Potter? Where you gotta
Similar,
reserve
the village. No, you don't need to reserve it. You just walk in there. It's cool though. I like it.
Dude, I want to go so bad, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know, Mark. The kids are all their birthday's coming up, so we might have to rob a bank or something to go. But
Yeah.
Like $500 a person for Disneyland. You know that is.
you can go to
Highway
Universal for
robbery.
like half that price.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I want to go to Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley. I want to go to all that Harry Potter. Dude, I was all into Harry Potter, man.
Yeah. At least you can get a ride. So.
You might actually saw Harry Potter out. Not even one. Like that was actually the last book I actually read. Like the actual Harry Potter books that are like this thick. I think the last one was like 700 something pages. Other than that, I don't really read, man. I feel so uneducated for even saying that out loud. But what about comics? Don't you read comics? Dude, I draw comics. I don't got time to read them. So, but anyway, dude, Mark, what's our time, Mark?
Let's see. We're about hour 37 in there.
Okay.
We have enough content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got anything you guys want to talk about? Now we got all the stuff out of the way. Anything you want to mention? Talk about?
Got anything,
Anybody?
Meredith?
Oh, not right now, man. Not it's gonna be in a lot of time, I guess. It'll be saved for the next show.
Hey, dude, there's definitely got to be
Some law of attraction stories.
Yeah.
Blow your mind.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk more about the laws of attraction. Also,
Yeah.
I think the next time we get together, I actually want to talk about again the politics in Hawaii and how corrupt it is. Dude, we can spread
Something you really want to talk about? I mean, that's all you gotta say. Fuck.
And the reason why I bring it up is because everybody, not just somebody, everybody should be talking about it. Because we're all from Hawaii. We all have to live there. We all have family there. We all have connections, friends, families, and all that. Even with the Mauna Kea thing, all this kind of stuff, all this controversy coming out of Hawaii, it affects everybody in the world. Sure. And what it's going to do, especially the politics in Hawaii, the way they spend their money on the rail and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Like all of that
boy.
money, other states are going to look at it and say, well, if they can get away with stealing 14 billion, how can we do it? You know what I mean? And we'll get into that the next time. Maybe talk about some Illuminati stuff. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think any Hawaii politicians are illuminated, but
yeah,
they're not
kind of though,
man. You
gotta Ah, shit.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, boy.
So, Mark.
What? What's up?
Are we gonna put Mariner through the ringer?
All right, let's do it. Since we're gonna wrap up the podcast, we always like to do this little thing we do to our special guests. It's a section of the podcast we call "Try Answer Fast Kind."
Short answer fast. All right.
So Free's gonna read you 10 rapid fire questions, and you just gotta answer the questions one at a time. So you ready to do that, Free?
Yep.
All right.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm smart enough, but
Okay, you're definitely smart enough. But also, you're gonna have about 3 seconds for every question. That means the first time it pops into your head, you just crank it out. Okay?
okay. Okay.
All right, here we go. Starting with number one. Bigger weed icon. Snoop Dogg or Willie Nelson?
Snoop Dogg. Nah, I
Dog.
gotta say Willie. I gotta say Willie. It depends on how old you are.
That's
Right?
true.
I think for our generation, yes, Snoop Dogg. Absolutely.
And,
Hands down.
but overall,
Overall, Willie.
I want to go with Willie. And the reason why is because most of the country is rednecks. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Snoop Dogg is basically California and all that. Okay, so number two, favorite color other than red, blue, and yellow.
Black.
Okay. Best female pop star of all time.
Ooh. Best female pop star of all time.
Count it down.
First person that pops into your mind.
J-Lo.
What is it?
J-Lo.
J-Lo, good one. I would have gone with Whitney Houston, but we're on the right path there. Number four.
She's on my dream board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with that Super Bowl performance.
Salinas. All right. HIC or Town and Country?
What was that?
Number four, HIC or Town and Country Surf?
Town and Country.
Like the yin yang.
Yeah.
All right.
Gorilla.
Number five, and this is going to be a hard one. Kuhio Grill, Hawaiian Style Cafe, or Cafe 100? Who has the best loco moco?
Ooh. Neither. Cafe 100 has a very good local. They own the trademark to Loco Moco, right?
Right.
But you know who has I feel, personal opinion. There's this place. It's Monono Mini Mart.
Say it again.
At Monono Mini Mart.
Monono Mini Mart.
Their restaurant. It was actually Freddy's restaurant. They had they had the most killer local, but I think they're closing that restaurant if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the reason why I brought it up was because Hawaiian Style Cafe has a thing called
But if I had to choose between the three, I'm gonna have to say Cafe 100. I'm gonna have to go.
Really?
Yeah, they're not the most. Now
the Mocosaurus.
Hawaiian style
Right.
style day long, but Cafe 100's originator. So
Yeah, the OG One Style Cafe. It's got the Mocosaurus that has like all these things in it.
yeah, it's
But
like 10 cups of rice. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, if you gotta go Cafe 100. Number six, another name for a bong.
Water pipe.
Water pipe, tobacco water pipe.
Yeah.
All right. In your opinion, the best weed-based movie?
Ooh. I'm gonna say one of my favorites, Half Baked.
Half Baked? Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's one of my all-time favorites. I love Dave.
Dude, right? Doctor says I need a backiotomy. All right. Number 8. Choose one of the best in the world. Oh, okay, sorry. Choose one to be the best in the world at darts, cornhole, or foosball.
Darts, cornholing, or foosball?
Foosball. You're gonna be the best in the world at it.
Darts.
Darts. Okay.
What's cornholing anyway? What the fuck is that?
They have these cornhole tournaments on ESPN now. And like, dude, it's a freaking.
Really?
At least darts. What's that?
That's the one. Is that the one they throw the bean bag into the hole?
Yep.
They call it cornholing?
Yeah.
I thought that was some kind of weird sexual fetish, cornhole. Cornhole, right? Yeah.
But yeah, no darts. Like if you can throw a dart, like
I'm the great Cornelio.
basically you're a fucking ninja, right?
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. Who would win in a fight? You or Will Smith? I mean, you or Will Ferrell?
Me or Will Ferrell? Me.
Yeah. Okay. You
try
or
to
Will
beach
Smith?
every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I think I'm a little bit more polished than Will, but I don't know. He's like 10 feet taller than I am. So
Well, what about Will Smith?
Will Smith, I'll put Will Smith down. Just pull his ears.
Just put his
His
ears.
ears. That's all I do. I love Will Smith too, but I'll pull his ears.
But you both their asses, I think. Okay.
I just sit
Number
on.
10, final one. Would you watch a porn of one of your male friends that you went to high school with? Repeat that.
No.
Watch a porn of one of your male friends that you went to high school with.
No.
Say for example, you're on Pornhub and you're like, okay, I want to see what a Bella Danger is doing, and all of a sudden you see your friend from high school blasting. Would you continue to watch it?
I probably would because it's fucking like what the fuck. Like,
Right, it'd be hilarious, right?
yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Right, there you go. That's our 10
Uh,
questions right there.
All right.
Alright, give it up. Give it up. Big hand of applause. He made it through. He made it through another episode of Hey, Trans a Fast Kind. Oh boy.
Very nice.
That's a great way to wrap up the show. Great way to wrap up the show. Now I want to thank you for being on our podcast. They can check out your shops at iriehawaii.com, right?
Yep. Yep.
All 6 locations on the Big Island, and
Turkey.com. You can visit us on online. You can order. We don't really have but that's my buddy's company, so we're gonna be partners in that. Cali Burger.
Okay.
Stop by in Las Vegas. There's a second location. It should be within this next 6 months. We just went there. We're looking at the new spot. I think they're gonna open within 6 months. Within this year, should be up and running. That's I think on the south side.
Yes.
It's a nice area. It's a nice area.
They did it to my house. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug or say what's up to anybody who might be watching this later on?
I'm just glad I got up with you two guys, man. Like old times, just pigging out in Vegas, man, gaining weight. You know,
Gotta do it again, man.
Yeah. Like,
You gotta try and get a once a year thing going, maybe.
Yeah,
At least.
once a year we just go pig out, man. A cheat day, you know. Let's go roll to the Island Flavor and all those other places we used to go to. What, dude? You guys knew some good spots, I must say. You know, I was never disappointed going out eating with you guys. You know, we always took someplace good and plenty.
Palomino's, Island Flavors, all these good places to eat.
All over.
Oh boy, my favorite was still late night. Was always the 777 after we always used to destroy that place. Yeah.
Man. I discovered that.
Do they still got it?
I discovered that with you guys. I told everybody this. You want a good locomotive? Go to 777.
Only after 2:00 though. Weird.
Yeah, we're coming out of the gig at Golden Nugget, and it was around 2:30, 3:00. And yeah, I remember that. You actually was like, let's go eat over there because I was all right, let's go. And like looking at the menu, like, right, there's a local moco.
Yeah.
And boom. And then there's a Portuguese.
We're there every night at 2:00.
Yeah. And of course we're fat asses, so we gotta get a side of Portuguese sausage on top of that. Like the local moco's not enough.
Yeah. We need another 1,000 calories. 5,000 calorie local moco. But YOLO, man, YOLO. You got high blood pressure or some shit, but at least you're well fed.
Yeah. Live the life the way you want it, man.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna kill you one way or another.
Yeah. It's not the air, it's gonna be the coronavirus. So what the heck?
Yeah.
Right, and they're gonna tax you for it anyway.
Oh boy. All right. Cool. All right, we're gonna make it a wrap right there. You guys good?
Yeah.
All good.
All right. Don't forget to watch the replay. You can watch it here on YouTube or also on our Facebook page, Instagram, all Aloha State of Mind podcast. So definitely check us out, like and subscribe. All those social media things. I can't keep up with it, man. I'm not a millennial.
You gotta be on TikTok, man.
TikTok.
Yeah. No, you just don't do dumb videos. You just do whatever video, plug your videos, but not the
Yeah, I
seafood
see.
shit. That's dumb.
We gotta, we gotta, we
Marinette,
gotta
thank
get
you
on
so
this one
much,
thing.
man.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for spending the time with us, and definitely check out the podcast every single Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Hawaii time, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, right here on the Low State of Mind podcast. Till next time, we'll check you guys out. Aloha. Aloha.